And as you can see, they get their name from the coloration on them. They are gray, and they have reddish coloration on their tail. And if she were standing around, and spin. Good. She has some reddish on her chest as well. There are some other species of African Gray Parrot that do have a little bit more red. These guys come from the Congo rainforest. As you can see, they are pretty intelligent. We did do a little behavior right there. That was a spin. She knows a couple of other ones. Say hi. Good. So we do training here with all our animals, and that is operant conditioning training. That means that everything that she does, she gets a consequence from it, and that is usually a reward of some sort, something that she wants to have. You kiss. Good job. And when I say good job, that is a bridge. That means that I'm bridging the gap between the behavior that I want and the reinforcement. That means that she knows that she did something right. Now this is that kind of conditioning training you can do pretty much with everyone. If people are fans of The Office, they did do that on The Office, and they did it on Big Bang Theory too. You can work with your animals at home, and even your children too can be unconditionally trained if you have the best reinforcement. Now here at the zoo, we use training mostly for husbandry, so for veterinary procedures. Usually tigers do not want to go see the vet, they don't want to do surgery, they don't want to move things, so we have to work with them and we have to get them comfortable with doing stuff so that we can get them safely in there. They can get veterinary procedures, or they can be moved from different facilities. Wings? Good job. Now even though I'm doing this, you might notice that, wow, this might be a really good pet. They're not good pets. The pet trade is actually very detrimental to their species. These guys are one of the most trafficked birds in the world for the pet trade. That means that a lot of people will steal them from the Congo rainforest, and they will try to ship them into Europe and North America and sell them in the pet trade. However, they do not take care of them well in that transferal, and these are wild animals that are going into areas they don't have resistance to germs and diseases, so most of them die on the way there. So a huge percentage of them will die on the travel over there. And a lot of people, when they get African Grays, they don't actually know much about them, nor do they know how long they live. These guys can live up to their 80s, so that's actually a pretty long commitment, and they require a lot of socialization. So they live in flocks of over 100 individuals, and they have relationships with everyone. Parrots in general, when they are owned by people, they usually like to pair bond. So that means that they like to pretty much hang out with one person, they like to interact with one individual, but that's actually pretty bad because they will become aggressive towards everybody else. So they will pair bond to one, they won't work for anybody else, and if that person, let's say, this parrot outlives them, now someone has to work with them, and they may not like them. Lucy here, she has a good team of people that like to interact with her throughout. We are her flock, so not one person works with her, but she does get to choose. She does choose a few people that she is not a fan of, and she definitely shows that. This beak right here is meant to break seeds. So break seeds and nuts, so that is not a comfortable bite. My grandpa actually had an African Gray, and he was pair bonded, and she was actually pretty bitey, so she would bite anybody around anywhere in the cage. And unfortunately, he did not know how to take care of her too, so he did not give her a proper diet. And so she had a lot of mental issues because she was not socialized correctly, and she was also had a bad diet as well, and she later on got cancer. And that could be not only just from diet, but other things as well. But those are some of the issues that come with getting African Grays, is that a lot of people don't do the research about them and don't understand too much about them before. This one was actually from a private breed, private collection, so she was donated to us and we had to work with her. So all the behaviors that I'm doing, yes, wings, clip. There we go. I said the wrong word, I'm sorry. That takes a lot of work. That takes a lot of patience, a lot of hard work with that, and that doesn't come easily. They don't usually go straight to that behavior. And Lucy here, she does work with me pretty well because she does like males. So you do have that problem too with parrots, is that they may be like I don't like any women. So I'm going to be aggressive towards any women near me. Or I don't like people that wear hats. So I'm going to be aggressive to hats. So that is kind of the issue with parrots, and they have those large beaks, and they will tell you so. Now, like I said, they are very intelligent. Wings. Wings. Good job. These guys are known for mimicking words. They can mimic up to 500 words. There was one individual that got to learn that, and when they say these words, they don't actually know what they're meaning. So when they say hi or bye, they don't mean what we think they mean. It is all about getting attention, and that's what she does, and that's what our green macaw behind the scenes does as well. So if they make vocalizations, it's whatever vocalizations they get the most reinforcement from. She doesn't really say any words. She's more of a whistler. So a lot of times you'll hear whistling, or our radios, when they start dying, they'll make a loud beeping noise. She likes to make that noise. She's really good about making our phone ringing noise, so we always think that someone's calling, but it's just Lucy trying to get attention. And then you also have the back parts where they may screech as loud as they can until somebody comes over and says hi. So if you don't want that in your house where you have someone screeching for your attention all the time, especially at night, that might be an issue. Yes? Good job. And then you have those light little noises as well. Right, Lucy? You're doing so good. Do you guys have any questions about her or anything else in the building? Like I said, these guys do come from the Congo rainforest, and they are endangered not only from the pet trade, but also from deforestation. And the big problem that's happening out in the Congo rainforest is actually the deforestation, looking mostly for a chemical called tantalum. Tantalum is something that is usually found in electronics, especially cell phones. So cell phones have this chemical that everybody's mining for. So if you do have a cell phone or electronic that you are done with, make sure to recycle it. Don't throw it away. Try to recycle it so that way there is not an overwhelming need for this kind of chemical, because that is used for a lot of different animals that live in the Congo, especially the gorillas and chimps, as well as some of our okapi, as well as Lucy, our African Gray Parrot. Wait. Good job. You get peas. What do you think? And thankfully, we do have partners out in the Congo that are helping gorillas and other animals out there in the Congo rainforest. So by coming here to the zoo, you are supporting us and supporting those foundations that work heavily in the Congo rainforest. So thank you guys for coming out. Your purchase, even just your tickets, really help us towards that goal. Right, Lucy? Does anybody else have any questions about Lucy? Yeah. Kiss? Kiss? Good. See, that's the hard part about training, is that you don't want to reinforce every single thing you get. She put out those wings. That is a different behavior. I didn't ask for that. So I didn't reinforce that part of it. So that's the complicated part about training. It's not as easy, and it will take some time. A lot of times we will work with what's called a target. So we will have a stick with a ball at the end, and pretty much wherever the target goes, they put their snout to it. That's usually a good gateway behavior to kind of move around. So if you guys wanted to try it on your animals at home, or even your humans at home, you can always start with a target stick, and that's just get a good reinforcement. Good thing, it's Halloween time, so there's chocolate if you want to work on those humans. And there is Clark, our green macaw. She's behind the scenes, and she also comes out for these programs. But that is exactly the sound you would hear if an animal really wanted your attention all the time. Or she actually can mimic. She will say hi or hi Clark quite a bit. But the problem is that if you don't give her attention, the hi Clarks suddenly go up and up and up and up and up and up until right there. She's not getting enough attention. A lot of attention's on Lucy right now, so she is screaming, and it sounds fun right now, but it is not all the time. For those of you guys that just came up, this is Lucy, our African Gray Parrot. She comes from the Congo rainforest. Wings. Wings? No. Do you want to step back? No. No, you don't want to step back? All right, just make sure not to sit too closely. Spin. Spin. Oh, sorry. You're not working? That's fine. So she comes from the Congo rainforest, and she is an endangered species. So that means that they are in danger of becoming extinct. It is mostly because of the pet trade. These guys can live up to 80 years, so it is quite a bit of time and a large commitment if somebody is wanting to get into a pet. They are very social, so they need a lot of time and work, and they can be aggressive if they only pair bond to one person. So Lucy here does like to be around most people. She likes men the most, but she also will pick a few people that she's not fond of, and she will be aggressive towards them. So that is something that we do have to work around. But a lot of us on the National Encounters team, we do like to socialize with her, and we are her flock. She will live in flocks of over 100 individuals, and they will all communicate to one another. They'll have their own hierarchy system, the relationships, and if they don't have that continually, they will have kind of some mental issues later on. Right, Lucy, try again. Wings. Good job. Now they are very intelligent. They do know a lot of behavior. We give her a lot of behaviors that she learns. These behaviors are not only to help her stimulate mentally, but we are working towards behaviors that will help her husbandry too. So that means that we will be working on nail trimming and beak trimming, because those things she doesn't get to grind down as much as she would in the wild. What do you think, Lucy? Good kiss? Good job. Just touch it now.